Marty Schwartz here with Marty Music, hanging out with my good friend and amazingly talented musician, songwriter, guitar player, Quinn Sullivan.
What's going on, Marty? I'm good, man. I'm good.
People don't know yet, but we're here in the studio, and we just finished 2 full days shooting content for a guitar and music masterclass of yours.
We did.
Did you have fun?
I had a blast.
I know this is like the end, so we're like, pumped up. We're like trying to.
This is the Rocky scene.
Yeah,
this
we're trying.
Scene.
This is the final, the finale of it.
Yeah.
But it was 2 very long days.
Yeah.
And really, you did all the heavy lifting. I got to sit in my robe behind the scenes. Yeah. No fedora, nothing.
Smoking your cigar.
Yeah,
of
exactly.
Course. Yeah.
I just said, that's good. Yeah, good.
This was so fun for me, man, because I learned so much about myself too doing this. Like I really did. I really did. Like I a lot of people know that I'm not really like the most theory guy when it comes to playing guitar. So I learned a lot about how I play things because I really don't know or think much about how I do what I do on the guitar. It's always been a very instinctual and very natural thing. So this master course has helped me learn as well as hopefully some of you guys as well.
Oh yeah, you guys are going to love it. I'm gonna make sure that we have a link below because it just came out with this video now on YouTube. I'm so excited to be able to produce for some of my favorite artists. You were one of them, Jared James Nichols, Marcus King, Phil X, and many more to come. Obviously I've been doing this thing, teaching and making videos for approaching 20 years now, which is insane to me. But the beard, the gray doesn't lie. So, and people tell me about it. Yeah. But individual artists have their own influences and their own vibe that I think is really cool that people can learn from. That's different than what I do. You're a professional musician. You're out there gigging, touring, making albums. Your last album, Salvation, is incredible. And so one of the things we did in the masterclass is you played 4 of your own songs, right?
Yeah.
Sung them, performed them.
Yep.
But then also talked about, the history of the song, how the song was created, and you also break down the techniques of the song. So we use your own material as a backdrop for like an education for people.
Yeah, for sure.
How did that feel to like actually get into your guitar and musicality with your own songs like that?
It was pretty cool, man. I remember writing all of the songs very vividly. But a lot of times when you're writing a song, you're not really thinking about how you're going to play it live or even how you're going to talk about it and how you played it or how you wrote it. It just kind of comes to you a lot of the time. So this was, again, another way to sort of teach myself again how I went about playing the Once Upon a Lie riff or the Salvation riff with the Hendrix chord or anything like that. Like you really kind of, there's just a different part of your brain that goes off when you're trying to like show someone how to do that. So again, it was great, and I loved being able to teach people how to do that.
I loved the experience of doing it with you, and just like Marcus King, Jared James Nichols, Phil X, these are all professional musicians that are currently full-time working as artists, guitar players, and musicians, and so they have a very unique insight that's different than, let's say, someone that's been locked in their garage for 20 years just teaching, right? So I think what's unique is that you get to offer your own insight and experiences as a professional, and there's a lot that people can get from that point of view and that perspective that's different than like what my YouTube videos or even my courses are. This is really like getting to hang with current professional musicians, and you can learn a lot from those people. And speaking of that, you had your own mentors, and we talk about that in the course, too, that are, well, not everyone knows, but I'm sure a lot of people know you were on the Ellen show when you were 6 years old.
Yeah.
And it's so cute. Maybe we can, it's going to be like very low res, but we can see a little shot of that, which is so cool. But that got you going, and you were literally mentored by Buddy Guy and Carlos Santana. I know you've met any name I asked, like Clapton, John Mayer, whatever, you're like, oh yeah, I've met him, and you've had conversations.
Yeah.
gotten to get insight from those people. So I think that's really cool for your own journey. But you specifically were mentored and went on the road with Buddy Guy,
Yeah.
which is incredible.
It
You
is, man.
jammed many times with Santana.
Mm-hmm.
And these are two just musical legends. So
Yeah.
something that I enjoyed, getting out, extracting from you in your masterclass is what you've learned from those mentors. Just how we've got insight from you. You get to now pass on the insight that they gave you,
Yeah.
which is part of your story. We had your own material in there and you taught that.
Yeah.
Also, insights and stories about being mentored and meeting all these different legends and what you learned from them, which was really, really cool. And there's a lot of that in there.
Yeah.
But not only that, we also I had the pleasure of watching you jam, and I got to jam with you a little bit. But we also had to throw in some really tasty guitar related education in there. We picked 3 different influences of yours, and you actually broke down some really amazing like riffs and techniques from those guys. Let's tell me about that, who they were and what we did.
The first thing that comes to mind for me was obviously Dicky Betts, right? So we played a lot of different Dicky Betts-esque kind of stuff, licks that he played in the Allman Brothers band. Because as we know, the Allman Brothers band was such an influential band to music. And both Dwayne and Dicky played, in my opinion, just the greatest off of each other. And they created some beautiful music together. They, really, really, really created this thing that we now call the guitarmony, right? So it's a harmony, but just a guitar version of a harmony. So yeah, so that's an example of a beautiful guitarmony that it was obviously famously known on Blue Sky by the Allman Brothers.
Something cool in the course too during that section, it's Allman Brothers related, which was you did a really cool little Derek Truck section. Kind of broke some of that stuff down in there, which was amazing. So we had a whole Allman Brothers section, which that's my language. We were talking about it behind the scenes and we both kind of have the similar story, except I'm a little older, but
you wouldn't be able to tell
that I learned lead guitar playing along to the Allman Brothers. I mean, I ended up eventually playing along to other people, but I remember still discovering the major pentatonic scale through the Allman Brothers by asking my guitar teacher, why whenever I play along to the Allman Brothers and I'm playing the minor pentatonic, it's not right. It's not that. What is he doing? Is there some fancy thing I need to do? And so we were able to break that down. So we have a whole Allman Brothers section, but also because you personally, were mentored and are friends with these people and got to know them really well, it gives you a really unique insight into the techniques of Santana. But you really nail that tone and sound and those licks.
Man, thank you.
So that was could have been one of probably my favorite part of your masterclass was the Santana section.
Oh, nice.
And there's a bunch of licks in there, all transcribed. Also, of course, we couldn't go without some Buddy Guy licks. And you knew those really well. You knew those. You could really emulate his sound.
Yeah, and I credit that to just being on the road with him for so long and watching him every night and seeing what he was doing on stage. When you do that for 10 solid years, you pick up some stuff from that, and that was huge for me. And watching him play all of those years, it's just I just absorbed so much from not just the style of his playing, but just the ins and outs of his bending and his vibrato, which we talk about in the
Oh
master
yeah.
course.
Oh yeah. You cover it really well.
Thanks.
The fact that you could play as well as you did at 6 years old and then spent, like you said, 10 years with being mentored and playing with Buddy Guy and Santana, that clearly, like, and it showed too in the masterclass, like how much you know, whatever that special like musical gift you have, you know, you could really see it by how much you could sound like Santana when I said do Santana stuff, or how much you could sound like Buddy Guy. Like you started playing those Buddy Guy licks, and like I swear I saw polka dots starting to show up on the guitar.
Oh, it's great, man. Thank you for saying that. No, all I can say is thank you. And you know, it's like again, you know, those two guys I've spent a lot of time, you know, in particularly with Buddy Guy, I've spent a lot of time with, and watching him over the years do his thing. And I also want to mention too, like for this master course, I hope people can see too, like through learning and through even watching me demonstrate some of like the greatest guitar players of all time. Within that, when you kind of start to fail at trying to do that, that's when you end up developing your own sound, which is every guitar player's goal, and what we all aspire to do as guitar players is sound like ourselves. And I think for me, it's always just been, I've mixed so many different flavors and styles into my playing that has kind of made this sort of nucleus of like everybody that I love, and that's me.
I love it, man. Well, I'm really happy with the end result. It was 2 hard days of work, but it's fun hard.
Fun hard.
Fun hard.
It.
Yeah, it was good work.
I love it.
My brain's tired now.
Yeah, too. Yeah.
But it was a really great experience.
It was great, man. Yeah.
So I think what people out there can benefit from getting your master course is, one, not just like licks, where to put your fingers, and like, you know, techniques to learn, but insight from a professional who also was mentored by legends. So that's a unique insight that really is special to just you, is your experiences and insight over the last, you know, close to 15 years, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's one thing they're going to get from it. But two, you know, people struggle to like expand their chops. And so a lot of the guitar players out there love the same guitar players that you and I grab to. And so, you know, they're going to get professional insight from you, but then they're also going to get very specific licks and techniques, phrases, etc., from Buddy Guy, you know, in the style of Buddy Guy, in the style of Carlos Santana, and in the style of the Allman Brothers. And you just named 3 of my favorite people right there. So you get that unique to your experience as well. Also, they get, you know, all of that influence you had, and then see how that has come out in your own original artistry by you performing your own songs and teaching, you know, your own songs, but also like explaining like how you did that and where your own music came from. So it's just a very unique thing that I think so many guitar players and musicians in general, any artist, anyone that's trying to be a professional artist, is going to get something from that. So I hope they enjoy it. I'm really proud of it. The links are down below for it. And then while we're here, I want to say that let's have people leave comments, and we'll pick, you can help me. We'll pick 5 comments that we like. We'll read them. We won't just randomly. We'll pick 5 comments, and they will get the master course for free.
Love that.
That sound good?
Sounds great.
Cool. Well, thank you again, Quinn Sullivan, you guys. Check out the Quinn Sullivan master course. The link's below. Appreciate you guys, your continued support. Go follow Quinn. Go see him live. He's out there gigging, all these different projects. And thank you again for the support. Hope to see you soon.